What's up, y'all? This the Hog here, and you're watching the Hog Sports Update right here on YouTube, where I bring you the very latest in all of American sports. WWE, World Wrestling Entertainment. Some people consider that a sport, some people consider that a show. Me, personally, I consider that more entertainment than actual sports. I do believe that some, if not most of it, is written out, but at the same time it's still fun to sit there and watch it and try to figure out what's going to happen. I've been watching WWE my whole life, and gotten a point there where I kind of stopped watching it, but because it was just getting boring. But now they've gone back to the way it was in the Attitude Era, and I'm really liking that. So I don't know if I'm going to bring actual Raw reviews, but pay-per-view reviews are a for sure from me. Little bio about me on the WWE. I'll be 22 years old in June of this year. I'm 21 now. I've been watching WWE since I was 7. First pay-per-view that I ever got was King of the Ring of 1999. I believe it was 98 or 99. I got it as a birthday present because it was like on my birthday or like the day before or after or something like that. The Royal Rumble, guys, I'm gonna give this pay-per-view an overall 3.5 out of 5 stars. And the only reason it's that high is because of the Royal Rumble match itself. Gonna take you through the list of matches here. Time is not an issue. I've authenticated my account so I can record as long as I need to. The 15-minute limit doesn't apply to me. But at the same time, I'm sure you don't want to sit here and listen to me talk for an hour, so I'm going to get all this information out as fast as I can. First match of the night was triple threat steel cage between the World Heavyweight Champion Daniel Bryan, world's largest athlete, the Big Show, and the world's strongest man, Mark Henry. Me personally, I was pulling for the Big Show in this match. I can't really pull for Daniel Bryan anymore, even though, like I said, I believe that a lot of it is written out. But at the same time, that script is just like when you're watching a movie. It's just like a movie drawn out over your entire life, and every Monday there's a new scene thrown in there. And when you watch a movie, you decide who's the good guys and who's the bad guys, and who you like and who you don't like. So that's kind of where I'm at. And Daniel Bryan's character right now, I'm not really liking him too much. Never really been a big fan of Mark Henry, so I wanted to see the Big Show pull this one out. Daniel Bryan is climbing over the top of the cage. He actually gets over to the other side. He's all the way over on the other side. He's getting ready to climb down. Big Show grabs his arm. It has him in a death grip. Daniel Bryan is just hanging there. I want you to think back whenever the triple threat tag team ladder match between the Hardys, Jeff and Matt Hardy, the Dudley Boys, Bubba Ray and Devon, and Edge and Christian for the tag titles. And Jeff Hardy was on the ladder getting the belt, and Bubba Ray took the ladder out from under Jeff, so Jeff is just sitting there hanging above the ring, hanging onto the belt. And then Edge climbs the fucking ladder and spears him off. That's basically what that was like. Whenever Daniel Bryan was hanging there on the other side of that cage, hanging from the Big Show's arm, that reminded me exactly, a picture-perfect replica image of Jeff Hardy hanging from the title belt in that triple threat tag team ladder match. Big Show was pulling him up, and somehow, some way, I don't know if he scratched him or what, but Daniel Bryan was able to break the grip, and he falls down to the floor, over the top of the cage. Both feet hit the floor. Daniel Bryan is the winner of that match. Now, Big Show anybody that follows WWE like I do, if you watched SmackDown a couple weeks ago, there was that accident where he was chasing Daniel Bryan and he ran into AJ, his girlfriend, Daniel Bryan's girlfriend, and Big Show come out this past Friday on SmackDown and said that he loves the business, but he felt so guilty about what had happened that he didn't feel that he could go any further with his career. And so he pretty much told everybody that Sunday was most likely going to be his last match. I don't know if the Big Show is going to continue to wrestle or not. I'm just going to wait and see. I think that he will. I think he has intentions to, because after losing that match, because he wasn't the champion, he was allowed to enter the Royal Rumble, which he did. He showed his face in the Royal Rumble match later on that night. So I think that I don't think he would have done that if he had no intentions of continuing. The second match of the night was, I believe that was the Divas Tag Team match. I'm not really going to go into detail about that. That match didn't really interest me all that much. It's very slow moving, as most of the Diva matches are. The best part of those matches is the fact that you have, well, yeah. Anyway, Beth Phoenix continued to be impressive. Hit the Glam Slam on Kelly right there at the end, effectively ending that one. And then the next match, I might be a little out of order here, but I'm going to cover all the matches. I believe the next match was Kane versus John Cena. The match ends in a double countout. I give this match in particular 4 out of 5 stars. It was everything I expected it to be. Wasn't so much wrestling as just an all-out brawl, a fight basically. It ends in a double countout. They're outside of the ring fighting. John Cena, after the countout, he's got Kane stumbling. John Cena picks up like a speaker of some sort or something, and just this big huge object, and blasts Kane in the head with it. They fight all the way backstage. Kane takes a chair, beats John Cena with it a couple times. John Cena's out. Kane goes into Zack Ryder's locker room, takes his wheelchair, wheels him out to the front in the ring area, dumps him over, throws him into the ring, choke slams him. Eve comes out, trying to get in between Kane and Zack Ryder. Kane picks up Zack Ryder the whole time, just showing off a sadistic smile, looking Eve dead in the eyes as he tombstones Zack Ryder. He then turns his attention to Eve. John Cena comes out, doesn't last too long, gets chokeslammed by Kane. Mercifully, Kane would leave the ring at that point, rather than pursuing a confrontation with Eve. Then you had the Funkasaurus Brodus Clay versus Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre continued his slump, and he would end up losing that match. Not a big fan of Brodus Clay, really, but I mean, he comes out and the crowd's behind him, and he's so pumped up every single night, and it looks like everybody's enjoying it. It looks like he's enjoying it, so congratulations to him on another win. I'm just worried that Brodus Clay is going to be the next Santino. Santino has real talent, and the WWE has made him their clown boy that comes out and pretends to not know how to fight. And I'm not really so much that they're going to do that in particular with Brodus Clay, but he's got more of a comical side. I'd like to see what he could do in a serious situation. Next match was the WWE Championship, CM Punk versus Dolph Ziggler. John Laurinaitis is a special guest referee. Tomorrow night on Raw, there's going to be an evaluation by the WWE's Chief Operating Officer. Triple H, and he's basically going to be evaluating John Laurinaitis, and by the end of the night, John Laurinaitis is either going to be named the permanent Raw General Manager, or he's going to get tossed. That was found out this past Monday on Raw. Knowing that John Laurinaitis was minding his P's and Q's, he did not screw CM Punk like he said outright a couple of weeks ago that he had every intention in doing. I believe that he still tried to. He was very good at being sly with it. I mean, the ref gets knocked out. The main ref, before the match started, John Laurinaitis got on the mic and he was like, "I'm going to observe this officiating from the outside so that there can be an actual WWE official in the ring." Well, go figure. I think we all knew this was going to happen. Dolph Ziggler pushes CM Punk into the ref. Ref gets knocked out. CM Punk, the only reason why you should ever have a second ref on the outside is so that if the first ref gets knocked out, that referee is there to pick up the slack. John Laurinaitis did not do that. He was sitting there pretending to check on the referee. And CM Punk has the Anaconda Vice locked in. He's tapping. Neither John Laurinaitis or the official sees it. CM Punk gets up, yells at Laurinaitis, says, "What are you doing?" Then there was a sequence of roll-ups, which CM Punk comes out on top. John Laurinaitis still on the outside. I counted to at least 5. It's another time CM Punk had him beat. Finally, Laurinaitis takes the actual referee and pulls him back into the ring. CM Punk hits the GTS on Dolph Ziggler. Referee is still kind of dazed. He's not able to count. I counted to about 4 or 5 again. CM Punk at this point gets completely frustrated, yelling at John Laurinaitis. I've had him beat 3 times already. You're trying to screw me from the outside and all of this. He said the next GTS is for you. He turns around, picks up Dolph Ziggler, setting him up for another GTS. Dolph Ziggler counters an amazing counter into a leg drop. CM Punk kicks out at like 2 7/8. I mean, it was as close can get. There was another battle sequence. CM Punk hit one last GTS, and that was it. And then John Laurinaitis comes in the ring and counts to 3 at the same time as the actual WWE official. Just completely idiotic. And then John Laurinaitis actually grabs the belt because he wants to be the one to hand it to CM Punk. Somebody needs to get John Laurinaitis some chapstick because he was sucking up big time tonight. But CM Punk comes out on top in that match. That match is actually one of my more favorite matches. I'm going to rate that match 5 out of 5 stars. It completely held up to every bit of my expectations. Both Dolph Ziggler and CM Punk have talent. You can like whoever you like, but they both have talent to make it in this business. I brought everything that I wanted out of it. It was a back and forth match. There were a lot of counters. There were a lot of turning points and momentum shifts, and there were a lot of points where John Laurinaitis tried to screw CM Punk. Everything that we thought this match was going to bring, it was there, so I give this match 5 out of 5 stars, guys. Probably my favorite match of the night. And then on to the Royal Rumble. Miz actually lasted a pretty long time in this match. If you remember last week on Raw, he had a match against R-Truth. The loser would earn the number 1 spot in the Royal Rumble. Miz lost that match. Number 2 is Alex Riley, his former protege. Miz eliminates him, no problem. Then comes R-Truth. And then comes Cody Rhodes. Miz and R-Truth work together to eliminate Cody Rhodes. Miz and Cody Rhodes worked together to eliminate R-Truth, I'm sorry. There were legends coming back. Mick Foley was in it. Hacksaw Jim Duggan was in it. My boy, the Road Dogg, Jesse James from the original D-Generation X and the New Age Outlaws with Badass Billy Gunn. He was in it. Billy Gunn wasn't, but Road Dogg was. Right there towards the end, but he got eliminated. At that point, Miz was still in it. Miz lasted almost a full hour in this match before finally getting tossed by the Big Show, who was allowed to re-enter the match, as I said before, because he did not win the championship. Just like Dolph Ziggler also entered the match at is between 5 and 10. I don't remember exactly, but Dolph Ziggler was in there a pretty long time as well. He gets eliminated. Kofi Kingston, there's a point where he gets thrown out by The Miz. Kofi Kingston does a handstand. The rule is your feet have to touch, not your hands. Your feet have to touch. Kofi Kingston gets thrown over the rope, and he lands on his hands, and his feet are on the apron. Miz comes up, this is before Miz got eliminated, takes Kofi Kingston's feet and throws them, trying to throw him off balance and eliminate him. Kofi Kingston effectively balancing himself on his hands, walking backwards on his hands, falls his feet onto the steel steps, gets up, gets back into the ring. One of the greatest Royal Rumble moments I've ever seen. Kofi Kingston would later go on to be eliminated anyway, but even still, that was a pretty awesome thing to see. Randy Orton made his pay-per-view return in his hometown of St. Louis. He would get eliminated. He eliminated the Big Show, and then I think it was Sheamus that eliminated him. Final two guys was Sheamus and Chris Jericho, who came in at number 29. These two guys, after it came down to just the two of them, lasted probably about 15 minutes in the ring with just the two of them left. There were plenty of close, near eliminations. Jericho spent a lot of time out on the apron. Jericho does the code breaker. He picks up Sheamus, tries to thaw him out. Sheamus reverses it. Sheamus picks up Jericho, tries to do the high cross and throw him out in the high cross over the rope. Jericho just shifts his weight to his front and falls forward behind Sheamus, landing on his feet. Sheamus turns around. A little bit later, Jericho goes for another code breaker. Sheamus actually catches him, carries him over to the rope, throws him over. Jericho hangs on. He comes back up. He pulls himself back up, his feet barely missing the floor. Shades of Shawn Michaels in 1995. Jericho climbs back up. Sheamus hits him again, turns around thinking he won. Jericho is still hanging on. Just as Jericho pulls himself up, Sheamus comes up, broad kick right to the face. Jericho loses his grip, falls down. Sheamus is the 2012 Royal Rumble winner. Which champion will he face? Me personally, I can't think of a better superstar to have won the Royal Rumble. Karma came back. She was in it. I was pretty sure she wasn't going to win. But I don't remember who she eliminated. I remember she eliminated somebody that I despised, though. But she would later get eliminated by Dolph Ziggler. Randy Orton eliminated the Big Show by himself. He didn't have any help. He just pretty much backdropped the Big Show over the rope. So, but nevertheless, it came down to two guys that I enjoy watching, Chris Jericho and Sheamus. I pull for both of those guys. The Royal Rumble match itself and the WWE Championship match, guys, saved this pay-per-view. Because before that, up until that WWE Championship match, it was shit. The World Heavyweight Championship match really never got started. Really, I mean, it was just a very slow-moving match. Divas match, you know that there. The Kane versus John Cena match, that was actually a pretty good match. There was a lot of great acting there after the match was over. After Kane tombstoned Zack Ryder, they did a close-up on Eve's face, and you actually saw a tear fall. So very, very good acting there on Eve's part and everybody that was involved in that whole scene. I think any one of these people would make phenomenal actors. Eve just cried on cue. I was in drama in high school for a year, and I know how hard it is to stay in character sometimes, and great job by Eve to stay in character and know her role and just play it out the way it's supposed to be played out. But back to Sheamus, I think he's going to go after CM Punk. Daniel Bryan got to lose this title, though. I do not want to see Daniel Bryan main event WrestleMania. I don't. The thing I'm afraid of is that Daniel Bryan is going to be the world champion heading into WrestleMania. Undertaker's going to come back right before WrestleMania, as he always does. He's going to start playing mind games with Daniel Bryan. And the WWE, for some stupid reason, is going to try to make history and make Daniel Bryan the one to end the Undertaker streak. I really hope that doesn't happen, but I can already see that playing out in the back of my mind. The road to WrestleMania, guys, is underway. Sheamus is your 2012 Royal Rumble winner. CM Punk still the WWE champion. John Laurinaitis did not screw him, but he did attempt to on several occasions. Kane beats John Cena, and Daniel Bryan is still the World Heavyweight Champion. So where do we go from here? The road to WrestleMania is officially underway. I want to know what you guys think. Hit me up down there with a comment. Let me know what you think about this video. Be sure and like this video. Rate it. If you like the content, hit that button right up there. There will be many more videos like this to come. I cover all sports. And the WWE, even though most people, including myself, would not exactly consider it a sport, but because it is such a widely followed and popular event, I have decided to cover the WWE on the Hawk Sports Update. So let me know what you guys think. Hit me up on Facebook, nighthawk982@gmail.com. Other than that, this the Hawk, and I'm out. Peace.